I've ever made.
Hey guys, the new facility is finally coming together. Make sure you follow the vlog channel for updates. One of the things I'm most excited for about this place is that we'll actually be able to get more people in here, making more projects, and making more videos for you. In fact, once we're fully up and running, we're planning on starting the Hacksmith internship program, where talented makers from around the world can come here to work on awesome projects with us. In fact, we've already been testing this out with high school and university co-ops, and just this past summer, we had our first international intern, JT from South Africa. He started work on our first attempt at the grappling hook gun from Just Cause. During his time here, he made the first prototype. We're only just releasing the video now because he'll be back this Christmas break to keep working on it. In the meantime, here's the video. Ever since I first played Just Cause, I've wanted to make the grappling hook gun, and we've actually started the project a few times, but it always got put on the shelf because we're doing other things. Anyway, we just got a new intern, JT, all the way from South Africa. He's actually from Australia originally. But, yeah. Anyways, he saw that we had some bits and pieces for the Just Cause grappling hook and asked if he could pick up that project again.
Oh yeah.
So what do you think? You think we can make this work?
I think it's going to be amazing, yeah.
All right, let's do it.
It might be tricky, but we'll see.
Awesome.
What you got there?
I have JT's life in my hands.
So, ready? Yeah, start slow, go to medium. Yep. Alright, that's a good start. Great!
Nice!
Yeah?
That should work well.
We're going to test it up there next. Sweet! Is that braking there? Yeah. Oh, sweet! So the 7-to-1 braking is going to be perfect now. That is super cool. That's amazing! Cool, so we want to test out that this spool design is going to work for actually letting it unspool freely. So we have our gun here, and we're going to just try testing it out with the little metal slug. I shouldn't be doing this while it's loaded, what am I thinking? Hopefully it just won't pull the whole spool off. So basically we're just going to see if it's going to unspool nicely. Ready, and fire. It did not unspool nicely. That was not very good. So now we're just going to see how far it goes without the rope. Well, that wasn't half bad. Must be some problem with the spool then. It unspooled a little bit, but no, that is not good. Back to the drawing board.
This video is sponsored by Battle Breakers. Take back your planet in this cartoon-themed hero collector RPG game. It's free to play and available on PC, iOS, and Android. Use my link below to download Battle Breakers yourself. Monsters from space have trapped the world's greatest heroes in techno-magic crystals. Now, it's up to you to assemble the ultimate team of warriors to take back your planet, one break at a time. There's big bosses, epic brawls, hundreds of heroes, and over 1,000 dungeons spanning volcanoes, forests, glaciers, and more. And one of the cool things about this game is actually built as a passion project by a very small team at Epic Games. Huge thank you to them for sponsoring our YouTube channel. Use our link below to download Battle Breakers today.
Cool, so now we have all of the pieces of the grappling winch ready to assemble, and it's just a matter of putting them together. It's been a pretty long time getting to this point, so I'm kind of excited. We've got the motor here, and each of these aluminium plates is a mount that just holds the assembly together. So first things first, we're going to put the motor mount onto the motor. Okay, next I'm going to assemble the gearbox part. This is actually very cool. It's a configurable gearbox, so you can choose what modules you want. At the moment we've got a 10:1 gear ratio and a ratchet so that as you're going up you can't accidentally drop back down. And then once that's put together, I can add it to the assembly. One kind of annoying thing about this is that each part has different screws, so I have to have all these different imperial and metric hex keys for it. Now next I'm going to put this spool that I turned on the lathe onto the shaft, but to do that I actually need to fasten it with a little key right here. And that just fits into a slot right here. Beautiful. It's a nice sound, isn't it? So the shoulder that actually keeps this spool end onto the spool is really thin, smaller than you can fit a bolt into, so I kind of just drilled in at an angle, and this screw is just going to have to be forced in there. It's not elegant, but it should do the trick. That looks like it's screwed in pretty well now. So next is the bearing that supports the other end of the spool. This is just what stops it from breaking off the shaft, and that's just going to fit in right like that. And this is quite a cool thing. I'm going to use a circlip to hold it in place on the end there. That's quite a professional way of doing it, so I'm pleased with that. Look at that, that is professional right there. That's going to keep it on really well. So then the next piece is just going to fit over the bearing here, and this is what retains the bearing in place there. So I just need to bolt them together now. And that just slips on right like this. And now we can put that central core assembly all together. That fits right into here. All right, here it is. That's the main assembly all together right there. Cool, so now it's just a matter of putting it on this nice little handle majig that I made. That was sort of carefully designed to fit right onto your arm like that. And all of these slots all the way along here, they are what each of these plates all fit into, and they keep the motors and components perfectly spaced apart from each other. Now I've actually got a top plate that's going to fit along here. All right, that's a done deal. Now we're going to just plonk the handle on. Should take 2 seconds. Cool, so I just turned a pulley out of high density polyethylene and put a bearing in there. I think it turned out pretty well. And we can put a bolt through there, tighten it up with a nut. Cool, and this is our grappling hook launcher. You use CO2, and that fits right into these cool little slots that I made for it right here. All right, so the assembly is now complete, and I must say, it's looking pretty darn cool. Check this out. And yeah, so now it's a matter of adding straps, putting the electronics on, and doing the string onto the spool, and we'll be good to go. Cool, so now we've set up the electronics and plugged it into the computer. It's just a matter of using this VESC tool to program in currents and stuff like that to make sure the motor will run the way we want it to. So I've got it hooked up to this RC controller now. When you spin this, and when it spins. The real question is, when I unplug the computer, is it still going to work? And the answer is yes.
Now, you might be wondering, what parts did JT use and how exactly did he wire it? Well, if you head to our page on maker.io, you can find a complete parts list and circuit diagram explaining just how this grappling hook gun works.
Alright, let's go see if we can get some straps for this. There we go. Alright, well, now this mounting is done. Feels pretty comfy actually. Now all that's left to do is to make it real. Right, well, it's not pretty, but should do the trick, so let's go try it out. Let's rock and roll. So there you go, it's spooled up. It's a bit uneven, but it shouldn't be a big deal. Alright, that seems to work pretty well. So at the moment we've got it hooked up to this little RC trigger there, and it's adjustable, so small pull, small speed, fast pull, fast speed. Now let's go test it out a little bit more, see if we can go up pretty fast, or what sort of things are going to happen there. And you know what, I think this can only go up from here. Cool, so we've got these buckle systems so I can clip into my harness, take a bit of the load off my arm, and I'm just going to zip on right up there. James wants to try and catch me, but we've also got Riley there with a ladder, just in case anything goes wrong. I guess that was sort of expected, wasn't it? We do have paracord. I guess we can re-spool it for paracord. Right, we sorted out the dynamic for paracord, so take two. Ooh, wow, okay. This would a bit sketchy. Good grief! Ah! Oh no! We added a ratchet so that you can go up, but it means you can't go back down, which is a good safety feature, but Riley! Cool, well, let's do some more testing outside now. Okay. I just need to tension it. Oh gosh, okay, that would do the trick, I suppose. Hey, that works pretty well. I'm facing the wrong way, but hello. Let's see if it'll allow me to keep going up, because that's, I think, where the motor struggled last time. Right into the branches. Grab this for me. I'm just going to do a little bit of tree trimming for you, James. A little bit of trimming, hey? You should keep your garden in better order. Oh, there we go. Very nice. We didn't bring the ladder outside, so I guess I have to climb. You know what? This was unwise. Ladder, please, James. Hey, Owen. It was actually a little better than I was expecting after the indoors test. Look at that.
Wow.
The braking worked beautifully.
Should I release slowly?
Yeah, look at that. That's actually working. I feel it speeding up a little. Ooh, speeding up a lot. Sweet. No, that was good, actually. I like that. Well, now we just need to try doing it quick. How am I going to come down? We'll worry about that later. And full blast. Oh, goodness gracious. That was great. This is the coolest thing I've ever made. That looks great. Oh. I like it, Owen. Just you and I hanging around.
Wow.
Sweet.
Well, that was pretty damn promising. Unfortunately, this marks the end of JT's internship here at Hacksmith Industries, and he's got to head back to South Africa to finish his engineering degree. But that doesn't mean the project's over. JT's actually going to be taking the prototype home to continue working on the design in parallel with us, and across the world, we're going to try and make the world's first Just Cause hookshot. You ready?
World's best.
World's best.
Yes.
And I've got one more thing just to present to you on your successful completion
Oh, would you look at that?
of the Hacksmith internship program.
Why, thank you, Mr. Hacksmith.
Lucky for you, it's been a few months since JT was here, and he actually already has an update video on his YouTube channel, and you can check it out using the links below. And if you want to become the next Hacksmith intern, make sure you're following us on social and watching all our videos. We'll be opening up the application process in early 2020. Good luck! Oh, and I'm happy to announce JT's coming back over his Christmas break to keep working on it.